Hey, all my friends in room 22. I'm so glad you could come back and listen to some more stories of mine. My favorite stories of yours is what they are. And the first one I'm going to read to you today is called Crazy Ciro. I bet everybody knows who wrote this book. It's Crazy Ciro by Barbara Rossi. Barbara drew a picture of Crazy Ciro for the front of her book. And I hope you can see that. I want you to see exactly what I'm looking at. I think it's a great looking picture. One day there was Crazy Ciro. He didn't have a home. See? Nowhere to go. He didn't have a bath either. I bet that was bad. Next, the rain comes. And Ciro's hair was ruined. That is not possible. It is possible. I got out in the rain and look what happened to my hair. Trust me, it's possible. Okay, Ciro saw a home, but it is open. I hope he went in to get a bath because somebody needs to take one. It's not me. Some people came in the home. Who could it be? It was Jose. He looked everywhere and he cannot find Ciro. But he does find Ciro. No way. I will not go with you. That's what he said. I will not go with you. He said it twice. He was serious about not going with him. I guess he told Ciro off. I like that book too. Let's see what's this next one I've got is Kaylin Flores. She wrote a book. And it's called Magic Tricks. I bet this is going to be about a dog because she drew a dog on the cover of her book. That gave me a real good idea what this book was going to be about. I need to teach my dog to do magic tricks. Well, she's got a friend right here. No, I'm sorry. That's her and her dog. I thought that was the dog. That's the sun, I guess, in the sky. Okay. First, I teach my dog to jump in the fire. Well, I hope you teach him to jump out of the fire because that'd be a bad place to stay. Let's see what happens on the next page. She shows her how to do a backflip. Well, there she is teaching her down here to do a backflip. And it looks like maybe that's her house in the background. I guess she's drawn a window here. And I don't know if that's somebody looking in her window. There's a couple of people out there. But she's teaching that dog to do a backflip. And I teach my dog to get her bone to do the backflip to eat it. So she's giving her dog a treat, which is always a good thing to do, to give a dog a treat when he does a trick you want him to do. She's taught her dog how to do backflips. Well, let's see. She got it. That's what she said. She got it. So she must have caught the bone. And she knows how to do magic tricks. I teach my dog. Well, she sure has. She's taught her dog to do a lot. And then she says, my dog is happy. And there they sit together out in this field. You can tell it's a field because there's a lot of green grass back there and there's some mountains in the background and there's a tree. Really good book. And it's got a lot of color. And I like people that do a lot of color. You boys don't do enough color. Y'all going to have to start working on your books a little bit, boys, and do a little more color and spend a little more time if you want Papa to read your books. This one is called Lava Girl and Shark Boy by Valerie Rhea. Valerie has written a book here. I wonder what this is going to be about because I don't think that lava and sharks are going to mix too well, but let's see what she wrote about. What do y'all think it says? I'm not going to tell you. Okay. Lava Girl sits with Shark Boy. And he says, you have hot powers. He's talking to Lava Girl because she's on fire. They sat and talked. And she says, we can be friends, says Lava Girl. She wants to be his friend. And it shows where they could be out here playing hopscotch. I like that. That was so neat. On the sidewalk, she drew some hopscotch squares showing where they could play, things that they could do together. And he says, yeah, but you have fire. And she says, but you can swim, and shows him swimming over here, and shows her over here with fire, and they had a problem. Looks to me like they had a problem, wouldn't you think? I think that's the problem. Fire and water is not going to mix too well as friends. And so they got to find a way to solve that problem, I would think. I hope they do. So she says, I will go home. He says, me too. So they both go home, but look what happens. They get on the telephones. Y'all can see she even colored in a telephone. She got a cell phone over here, and he's got his, and they're talking to each other on telephone, so they solved their problem. Now, isn't that a cool thing to do? They had a problem because they were not going to mix real well together, so they both went home and got on the telephone. I bet you get on the telephone and talk to people you know and your friends. And that could be a cool thing to do. I think that is a great book. All of these today that we read were just such good books, and I hope you'll write more. And boys, I'm telling you, look at these books these girls are putting out. Y'all got to get better on your books. See you next time with Papa.